Hello everyone. Forgive me, I know it's so late to make a video, but I wanted to put one out there real quick before I went to bed. I wanted to talk about a few things, but I'm going to break it up into several different videos, maybe about 4 or 5 different videos. I want to explain my type of hearing loss, which is sensory neural, and that means nerves are pretty much dead. So I am not getting anything in either ear. Well, one ear is fully deafened anyway since birth, and the other one, nothing at all, nothing. So the way I was raised, I was primarily in a hearing environment. Everybody around me spoke, and I had some hearing back then, which was enough for me to have a conversation back and forth, watch TV, listen to music, and do all those things that pretty much everyone else does until later on in my life when I finally lost my good ear. So I grew up hearing. Like I said, everyone around me was hearing. I was never told about being deaf or anything like that, so I didn't think anything was different. I thought everyone had one good ear they could hear out of and one bad ear that they couldn't hear out of. That's what I thought. I grew up that way, and no one had ever told me different, so that was all I knew. So I didn't grow up culturally deaf, so I identify myself as having deaf with the little d, not the big D, little d. Um, my environment wasn't culturally deaf. It wasn't deaf-oriented 24/7, 365. None of that was hearing 24/7, 365, all of that. So that's how I grew up. Um, the way I was accommodated, I was sat in front of the class near the teacher so that I can understand what they're saying or hear what they're saying. And that worked for the most part, but I don't think I really paid attention since I was so used to not catching everything anyway. I had speech therapy in high school, elementary school, middle school, all throughout from second to 12th grade. And that's how my deafness was remedied, or I don't know how to say it, but the only thing I can think of is remedied, or accepted. Well, where you can't hear out of her bad ear, you have to get on her good ear, blah, blah, blah. So that's my story about deafness. Um, I don't know. I think when I finally lost my hearing, it became such a culture shock. And I didn't know how to exactly handle that because I never in the deaf oriented environment. So it was just really like, oh, wow, really that's happening to me. And I really didn't know how to handle it. It was very, very difficult for me to have to transition from being, for what it's worth, hearing to suddenly being deaf and not hearing anything at all. It was such a culture shock. And I just wanted to know, how am I going to do the things that I used to do? But later on, like now, I realize I really don't have to stop doing what I used to do in my earlier life. I just have to make a few accommodations. And now with all the technology that are out, it's much better than it was years ago. I will say that, much better than it was years ago. So that's how I grew up, in that particular environment. I also consider myself hard of hearing, even with the hearing aid. I get some sound, but not much. And I still have to focus to find out what you're saying so that I can respond accordingly. Sometimes it's just it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's hit or miss. But I do know sign language. I learned sign language a few years back. So I'm going to make a sign video one day for you guys, and hopefully everyone will be able to understand me, especially with the signs that I grew up with, that I've come to know. So I just wanted to take a few moments to explain the type of deafness I have. And thank you very much for watching. And leave a comment, subscribe, leave a comment. I'll be happy to respond to you. Thank you very much. Good night.